March Madness in full swing. We did not have to wait long for an upset. Number 13, Furman, taking down the 4-seed Virginia. I'm Kainani Stevens. We are joined by Locked On Virginia Cavaliers, Lawrence Johnson, because, oh my, if you guys didn't get a chance to see this game, it was something you want to go back and check out, because we were talking a little bit before, Lawrence. It was like I had no idea how this game was going to end at any given moment until it actually ended.
Yeah, I mean, this was a game that a lot of the talking heads, a lot of the media personalities had said this was going to be an upset. You know, I said, no way, there's not going to be an upset. I'm absolutely wrong. And if Virginia's ever going to shake that stigma, going to shake that reputation, they've got to pull big games out. They're well versed at pulling games out in the regular season out like this, but they cannot win big anymore until they figure this out. The most tenured player, the most steady player, begins his career with one of the best plays of all time in March Madness, and now he ends his career with one of the worst plays in March Madness, Kihei Clark.
When you look at something like that, where it's like a panicked turnover right at the end, it's not something you expect from a team like Virginia necessarily, because they do have that experience, other than people saying there's that stigma, they're going to get upset, they don't have it when it comes to March Madness. Is this something where it's really like they're hearing that outside noise, it's getting in their head? It looked like it at the end.
For Kihei, definitely. I think that one thing about Kihei, if you watch him through his career, sometimes he presses, when he probably should slow down a little bit more, but he'll turn the ball over. He'll have some turnovers, but what he gives the team is so much more than some of the mistakes that he makes. He makes up for it. But this one right here, this was is about as bad as it can be. And then that's what they wanted. I mean, the Paladins asked for a prayer. That was a prayer that fell right out of the sky, right out of the at midcourt, falls right into the hands of one of their players, finds their open 3-point shooter, for the Paladins, and he just knocks a 3 down. Incredible.
And I think also coming into this game, a lot of people called it an upset, but it's one of those things where the mid-major programs are very successful now. It's not like you're just getting all these random teams in there. They're getting teams that are used to winning. So when you come in, is that kind of jarring for them a little bit when they're under the lights, where they're feeling the pressure? The Cavaliers are feeling that pressure, and they're facing a team that they shouldn't be winning, but they have the present, they have won, so they're maybe not intimidated.
Absolutely. You see this in basketball and football. You see some of these, what with the advent of the NIL, also with transfers, the transfer portal, you got a lot of kids who maybe would have been on the bench, but are a full-blown D1 talent. Slauson for the Paladins is an absolutely incredible full-blown Power 5 D1 talent. He just plays for the Paladins, and he showed how remarkable that he can be on the court. He's definitely a top scorer in the ACC if he's in the ACC playing.
When you look at maybe the coaching here, obviously they had some trouble with the zone there in the second half. Do you feel like the players kind of were in the right position to win? Do you feel like there could have been some coaching changes that could have helped that, or is this just unfortunate ending?
I think that there could have been some coaching that could have. I think they could have coached them better. I think this team has no problem getting into droughts. They always are getting into situations where they're not scoring, and that's what bit them today. The Paladins kept coming. They had UVA had 2 12-point leads. The Paladins just keep coming back. I said this before we, in the beginning before we started recording. Shooting makes up for a lot of mistakes and also for the lack of talent. The Paladins can straight out shoot. It's like speed in football. If you have some players who have a lot of speed, but maybe the team isn't as talented as the other team, you can make up for a lot of mistakes, and also you can also compete, on different levels just because of speed. Same thing in basketball. If you have guys who are stone cold shooters from deep, it covers up a lot of differences, and that's what happened tonight or today.
When you're looking forward to this team, obviously Virginia always puts a good product out there, but they've got this kind of hanging over them right now. How does that? Is it just going to take another team making a good run, or how do they kind of shake this for themselves going forward?
I was saying that UVA has come back from tragedy before, or have come back from huge disappointments. And being that they've gone through a number 1 seed losing to a 16 seed, the kids that are coming back next year have something to grasp to. Because when they did it before, they won an national championship. This is the time that they'll have to regroup and do it all over again.
We can only hope that they will learn from that. And, if it all goes the way it did last time, then they'll come out with another national championship. For more on Virginia Cavaliers, a little bit of recap of what went down, you can check out Locked On College Basketball and, of course, Locked On Cavaliers for what's going on. Part of our Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.